Hello and welcome to another episode of the MTG Arena Run. Today we're gonna do a quick draft of Rivals of Ixalan, and we're gonna do Orza Vampires yet again. So maybe one of these days I might get to do a Ixalan draft where I'm not drafting vampires, but it's actually quite decent right now. So anyway, let's give it a run, see how it goes. So our opponent's gonna get first crack at us. Hopefully we're... maybe this is the case where a lot of our experience pays off. We don't have that many 2-drops. A lot of our good stuff's actually 3-drops, so... I guess I'm willing to keep this one. We might draw into a 2-drop, but then again, the opponent's not that fast, so we're going for it. So what we're gonna do is basically turn 3 Maverick Fane into turn 4 Voracious Vampire and start generating tokens that way. Sun Sentinel. Okay. Interesting note is that we do have Vampire Zeal backup, so we do have a Vampire Seal backup on turn 4, and we can run out Dark Nourishment on turn 5. Though I am hoping that we would actually draw something like another spell. We've drawn lands for the most part. Opponent's now running his Voracious Vampire. Okay, that didn't. So I'm taking a bit of a risk. Here's hoping our opponent doesn't have removal. Moment of Hunger is gonna really blow us out, I guess. But I would just wish that we've actually drawn another spell since. Okay, so we just get more Voracious Vampires right now. So we're gonna take 5, no blocks. Okay, we got... Voracious Vampire. Actually, this is gonna be interesting. So I'm gonna play land, combat, attack. Let's see if our opponent even thinks of blocking. If he tries to block, we do have the Vampire Seal backup. Yeah. Okay, we got our blowout. So we might be able to catch up now. Yep. So we're gonna catch up a little bit. Turn 5, if our opponent drops something with the toughness of 3, we can Dark Nourishment it and basically just send the Voracious Vampire at this point. There's now no need to risk Maverick Fane himself. Not yet anyway. No, there are still some things I'm scared of. Okay, he's probably gonna take Dark Nourishment or Call to the Feast. Yep, took that one. He's not gonna offer the trade. At least this is instant speed, so I can just... I can take my time. Or should I just go for it? And I'm just gonna take my time. Right now, ironically, we're playing like a control vampire strategy. Slash of Talons... Yeah, sure, perfectly fine. That's at least we didn't risk Maverick Fane that way. And we get a token to boot. So, question, do we burn out the... No, let's just end the turn now. We can burn out Voracious Vampire end of turn. Our opponent is incentivized to send something. He knows we have the Dark Nourishment, so he knows we're going to just... If he doesn't drop anything, we're just gonna drop the first spell. Okay, we're gonna let that target resolve. Interesting thing now is, what do I burn? If I burn the 3/3, I have a 3/3 Menace left. Actually, yeah, we just take out the Menace guy. But now we're kind of stuck unless I can get another removal spell. The board is kind of stuck at this point. Well, can't complain anymore. Start. Okay. We can start going for the, we can start going up in the air. Here's hoping we can draw into one of our 5 drops. Opponent may or may not be flooded. I have to attack anyway. He's the one that has to drop a burn spell. So if he has the removal, so be it. I'm just gonna make him use it at this point. So right now we're kind of racing. At least I'm sort of building a bank of creatures. I'll take the tree for now. Vicious Conquistador. Okay, perfectly fine. Martyr of Dusk. Again, perfectly fine. Drawing another land. That is not fine. So I'm going to just... Okay, if I send Maverick Fane, it's guaranteed to trade with Martyr of Dusk. I need to incentivize him to... Okay... I'm incentivizing him at this point, actually. Nope. No need to attack. So, right now, it's whoever can draw a little more gas. Kind of in a bit of a stalemate. Staring at his card's not good. That probably means it's gas. Okay, so if he attacks with Sanguine Glorifier again, I will just chump block with everyone. If he sends the Martyr of Dusk in as well, I will trade with the Martyr of Dusk first and just basically... So right now our opponent's thinking how to attack. Yeah, 2 people can play that game. Bar's Devotion. The one card I did not want to see. Okay. So he's never going to risk the Martyr of Dusk at this point. So I'm just gonna body the Sanguine Glorifier. Bishop of Binding. Actually, this is interesting. What I can do is I probably should bind the Vicious Conquistador. It just has lifelink. No. No, we're gonna bind the Martyr of Dusk. Then we're going to attack with Maverick Fane. That'll create a chump blocker for us. And it guarantees that Bishop of Binding can attack at least as a 3/3. So our opponent's now gonna hold back Vicious Conquistador. If I can draw the other pump spells, fine. If I can draw one of the removal spells, it's fine. Shame I didn't get any removal spells like cast. This opponent's still sending the team. Okay. Let's trade the tokens away first. Okay, so okay, attack with the entire board. Actually, no. Let's just leave Maverick Fane behind. So it will create the token. I'll pump this up into a 3/3. So blockers, damage. I'm gonna play the land, end the turn. So I need to make our opponent. So if our opponent's gonna attack with Vicious Conquistador, it's possible our opponent is slightly flooded. So okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to cast Moment of Triumph first. Gain the life a bit. If our opponent has to remove... Okay. Opponent probably does not have the removal spell. Now he's in the blocker. Okay, maybe I can breathe a sigh of relief. sorcery speed, so I have to cast it. I will return Exultant Sky Marcher. So and we get Glorifier of Dusk. Okay, so I'm gonna attack first. Bishop of Binding. Again, we can kind of take our time a bit. I should have sent the token in as well. There was no reason for me to hold back. Anyway, turn. So our opponent knows we have this Exultant Sky Marcher that we don't have to risk. And our opponent concedes, it looks like. So we got our win and in again. Rank up. Silver tier 2 limited rank. I guess I'm trying to remember how badly I did it. Limited. Anyway, so first win, first blood, not bad. Let's go into another game. Let's see if the vampires can strike again. Ironically, the vampires are considered the Legion, not the Empire. The Empire's the dinosaur tribe, so I could not make an Empire Strikes Back pun. So no, this is very slow. Basically, I had 2 4-drops and a 5-drop removal spell. I did have 4 lands. There is the possibility I could have drawn into it. But I did not like the idea of my first 3 turns. Okay. You know what? Fine. Fine. Oh, wait. Did I press mulligan again? Ah, misclick. Okay. We definitely have to keep now. And we did get our first turn action. Now we have to draw run. We have to start drawing lands ASAP. Okay. Misclick in the city. Well, we got 1 land. So if we draw another land, we can play our 4-runner. Do we even want to... Okay. Not fine. Let's play the 4-runner for now. Because I need to search up Maverick Fane. What Maverick Fane will do is actually the... Oh, this is actually quite slow. Let's see. Duskborn. Yep, there's a mana activation, so it's not gonna happen. I will send the 4-runner in. Does our opponent have a counter spell? It does. Well, kinda anticipated that. So let's just send it. So interestingly, our opponent's playing a sort of controlling deck. He hasn't played. Okay. That's interesting. So 4/5's not gonna cut it. I want to Bishop of Binding it, so I will definitely not hit it with Slash of Talons. I could shoot her up Exultant Sky Marcher. No, I want to draw the other land. Now that we know that this is the rare our opponent kept, it'll be annoying if our opponent actually has another counter spell, but I have to risk it. Let's hope our opponent actually runs out his mana and I draw a land. So we're not getting past that. Well, in combination with Slash of Talents, we will get past. We will trade at least. It's a bad trade. Enter the Unknown, explores, grabs a land, perfectly fine. It's not our 4th land. It's not even something we can cast. So yuck. I'm actually gonna send the 4-runner in. Okay. That's perfectly fine for now, but I'm still in the world of hurt. I was able to gain a little life back, but not too much. Ooh, nice combo. Definitely need to hold up Slash of Talents for this. Not gonna work anymore. So, oh, he's going all in. Nope, can't block, can't slash it. So, here comes the question. What do I Bishop of Binding? Technically, this guy can finish me in a few turns, but I'm still gonna be facing off against this guy. It's easier to deal with... No, I can't deal with this at all. I do have removal spells that work on either of these two. It's really a question of what do I bind? Probably will bind the Storm Sculptor. Even though it generates less power, I really... It's gonna kill me faster. So I'm gonna pump... I'm gonna pump the 4... Wait, target creature... Oh! Storm Sculptor. Target creature. We... do our own Forerunner. So right now, if he attacks with Ripjaw and the Jade Bearers, I'm just... Okay, he's not sending the Jade Bearers, so no blocks. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna send the Bishop of Binding in. Oh, good. Something to trade with. I'm gonna drop Forerunner of the Legion first. Grab Exalted Sky Marcher. Let's see. Target creature. That's +1/+1. Search your library. So, actually Sanguine Glorifier is also a good fit too. But I know I'm going to be trading stuff off. Yeah, I'll take the Sanguine Glorifier for now. So I'm going to send the Bishop of Binding. I'm going to send the Bishop of Binding and the... I'm going to send both of them in. Target the Bishop of Binding, because that's the most logical choice. I don't need to reveal the fact I have Slash of Talons. It's okay. So basically, trading off those small resources. I'm gonna go down to 4. So, no need to block yet, because I can kinda afford. There is a Merfolk that will tap all my guys down. So I need to be careful of that. Wish I had a way to game that. So... Okay. Let's say I attack with Bishop of Binding. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, the most I'll get it to is 7. So I'm just... So I'm just gonna go all in on the Dustblood Sky Marcher. Oh! Wait. Five. Oh yes! I was thinking I should just send the entire team. Yeah, we got the math right. Yes. It's a bit embarrassing. I didn't see that was a possible win, but a win's a win. Can't complain. So, Orzhov Vampires, another win again. Let's see if we can take one more win before we wrap this episode up. About that, well, doing quite well. Very good stuff. We didn't have much in the early game, and we did mulligan to 5. We were a bit fortunate that we did draw running lands. Well, we're now facing off against apparently limited, someone who's pro in limited. So at least we got our turn 2 play, but turn 2 play into a power. But we want to draw more. We want to draw at least a black source. That's probably the one disadvantage of playing with black. If I could have just played white altogether, that would have been perfect. Mono white vampires. I didn't have any of the Legion Lieutenants anyway, so I wasn't really losing out on anything. Well, recover, I guess. That one did well. Ooh, Dinosaur Hunter. Well, I'm not dinosaurs. But I do want another land. That's the problem. Come on, one more land. At least if I can get Exultant Sky Marcher life, I would be somewhat happy. If I could get Sky Marcher into Paladin life, that's so much better. Okay, let's force the block. Because I can still pump with Vampire Seal anyway. Village. Target opponent discards 2 cards. Sure. Oathsworn Vampire goes. Glorifier of Dusk goes. Okay, we got our black source. So, we're gonna run Exultant Sky Marcher and start hitting our opponent. Another land would be great. So our opponent was priced into attack. Okay, Dinosaur Hunter. Oh, this is getting interesting. We do not have the pump spell, but we will be able to force more damage. If our opponent has a burn spell, he's gonna use. Okay. I'm trying to remember if there's one mana burn spell in this format. I don't think there is. I think it's Lightning Strike. Funny, I probably drafted way too much white-black that I don't remember what's in the other colors. Probably also I didn't play much of Pirates either. Okay. We really need to draw that 4th land. We could draw that 4th land anytime now. Well, likewise, we could just hold back. So no blocks. No 4th land, so... It's gonna look fishy, but I have to hold the blocker back. Okay, I can actually cast that. Yeah. So... end the turn. So, our opponent probably still thinks we're way mana shy. So... I need him to attack first. And not have a burn spell. Okay, I'm gonna cast this first. Actually, no. Cancel. Okay, block. There. Select blockers. Now we pump. If he has the removal spell, at least I don't take 4 damage. Oh, he didn't have it. We answered Mark of the Vampire. Okay, that was a very big threat. So, we're still not over yet. We did draw our 4th land. So, let's swing with the entire team. He'll probably trade... He might trade Darfleet Hoarder for token or Oathsworn. If he does that, I'm just gonna buy it back. Oh, token. Okay, perfectly fine. So that stops the threat of... and he does get his 4th mana in. So, resolve... Okay, Paladin of the Blood... Okay, end combat first. Now we put the Paladin of the Bloodstained. It's probably gonna eat a Lightning Strike. But we still have yet another token to buy back Oathsworn if it ever dies. So we might actually go to a quick 3-0. Might is the operative word. When your opponent has a 3-3, we can... Let's go down to 8. Let's do the math. These guys will trade. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Not quite there yet. Good enough. 2, 4... It's 2, 4, 6, 7. Yeah, he has to trade with Paladin or else he dies. So, damage... I guess we forerunner for Maverick Fane. Nice. Actually, no. Let's shooter for Bishop of Binding, so he knows we have the removal. I'm gonna wait for him to be the one to say good game since he's the one talking. I don't need to be I don't need to be an ass about this. No, not really. I guess some people are very excited. They just want to be purchased because they already have the because they already have it. I'm not gonna prejudge them. I just know that it just feels a little bit annoying if someone's the one telling you good game first. Only because it feels slightly presumptuous. You don't necessarily know that you're... I guess you can do it the good game if you are sure you're gonna win. Like, if the opponent is really tapped out, that's fine. Or the opponent has no cards in hand left, there's no tricks left. But maybe please don't do it if your opponent might still have something. But then again, I'll give everyone the benefit of the doubt. Maybe it's probably just it's you guys being genuinely polite. That's perfectly fine. So I guess it's a little bit harder to judge people, especially when you don't see them on the other person face to face. That's probably the one thing that digital games like MitGo or Magic Arena, that's probably the one thing they'll never be able to take away from face-to-face paper Magic. And Voracious Vampire into Maverick Fane into Voracious Vampire. 2-drop would be nice. Not the 2-drop. Well, in that case, another Plains would be nice too, so at least I'm not that picky anymore. I apologize for that rant. It's a little bit out of left field. Opponent drops Shipwreck Vehicle, so I really... Yes, I am gonna drop Maverick Fane next turn. Into Voracious Vampire. Okay. Let's see. No, I actually want to encourage him to attack. So... I'm gonna cast Maverick Fane. Probably gonna bounce it, or not. He's gonna offer the trade, which I'm gonna say no. He does have to cancel mana now. If he I'll drop Voracious Vampire. If he cancels it, then at least I still get the 1/1 token anyway. Kapala, still perfectly fine. I can still play around that. So I guess I won't be using removal spells anytime soon. So next turn, I can at least send Voracious Vampire to do the token production. Oh, he wants a trade. That's fine. Does he have a pump spell? That's what I need to consider. If he has a pump spell, he can only protect 1 or 2. He can't protect both. You know what? Show me. I'm actually surprised. That's actually very interesting. I'm gonna save the Bishop for last. I'm gonna probably just play Exultant Sky Marcher first. Let's just send Maverick on it. It's also possible our opponent is stuck on lands. He probably has a grip of 4 drops or very So, okay. Exultant Sky Marcher, counterspell. At least this gets countered rather than say the Bishop, so I'm okay with that. And also next turn, okay, so he's also kind of stuck on that. But I'm glad that get that out of the way. Also glad to get my opponent's creatures out of the way too. Interesting trade. So next turn, okay, I'm gonna play Glorifier of Dusk. Probably gonna eat another counters. Wait, you know what? Let's attack first. So I need to incentivize my opponent to do something now so it doesn't interfere with these guys. Divine Verdict. Yeah, that's fine. Maverick kind of did his job already. He produced enough tokens to deal with the Shipwreck Looter and whatnot. And I can take Glorifier. I need to be very careful. I need to pay attention to which mana this guy taps. No, rather which mana gets tapped by the AI. So I wouldn't say a bunch of quick okay, Water Knot, tapped enchanted creature. Okay, fine. So it does eat a removal spell, but we're still kind of on board. And it's still a vampire that we can. Wait, end the turn. Now we're kind of land flooded. Not ideal, but. You know what? I'm just gonna cast this guy out now. I might as well do something while my opponent shields down. It's also 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Not quite lethal yet, but it's getting close. Our opponent really has to drop something. At least it makes Vampire Zeal quite useful in this case. Castaway would be, I don't know, just fine, I guess. Okay, he doesn't get to get a quick advantage of it. So I'm gonna end the turn. I'm gonna. Okay, I'm actually gonna send the entire. I'm gonna send the entire board. If he tries to get cute and block one of the tokens, no, he's not. Still gonna Vampire Zeal it anyway. Still not quite lethal yet, but we do have answers if our opponent starts dropping bigger threats. It's assumed that he has bigger threats or he has a bunch of double white spells at this point. Okay, that's not a bigger threat. That's not okay. 3, 4. What? Let's just play it safe. If he doesn't want to trade, it's fine. So at least that way we are closer. We are a bit closer to a win right now. Opponent needs to drop another threat, and he needs to drop a threat that is not that does not have 4 power or greater. Well, he doesn't know that, but he's gonna drop whatever he has at this point. He can't just wait for me to cast a spell. Okay. So he's gonna draw a card. If he draws a land, the Storm Sculptor comes in. That Storm Sculptor will trade with my Bishop, so that's not good. Also means he gets to rebuy back with Silvergill. I need another removal spell. Some way to force damage through. If he's gonna play Storm Sculptor. If I draw Slash of Talons, that's okay. If I draw Moment of Truth, that's okay. Forerunner of the Legion is okay too, so what will I get? I played both of my 5 drops. What do I have left? But now I can kind of take my time, sort of. But I need to find something. Bishop of Binding will do it. Cast Storm Sculptor, you cast something else. I'm gonna offer a trade to simplify the board. If he eliminates the Storm Sculptor, that's perfectly fine. Because I know he's going to end up just playing Silvergill Adept again. I can easily pump Forerunner with just the Bishop of Binding activation alone, so... Double trade? Probably not. It really depends what else he has in hand. I really hope he has something that has 4 or more power. Okay, not quite, but he could draw into that. Oh, he's actually has another Seafloor Oracle. So interesting. So interesting to note that Forerunner will. So this guy will actually trade. So it's not a good trade right now. He's actually probably just gonna play the other Seafloor or oh, he's gonna attack. Not fine. I'll take it. He's gonna draw a card. That's okay. Cause what I need him more. I need him to lose blockers more right now. If he plays a 4 power guy, that's not so great for him. Actually, the whole thing scenario. Okay, he's digging. He knows I have Bishop of Binding coming up. If he attacked with Seafloor Oracle, he was in desperation mode. Now he can't cast Seafloor Oracle. He needs to cast that. Okay, now he can cast Seafloor Oracle, which is okay too. So the trick here would be cast Bishop of Binding, take up. Okay. So that's the plan. Cast the Bishop of Binding, take out Seafloor Oracle. I'm gonna take Seafloor Oracle. I'm going to pump Forerunner of the Legion. Then combat, attack. I'm gonna send all the boys in. So he's gonna go down to 1. He might still have something, but he needs to have. Probably Reverse Rebuke is the only out I can think of. But it resets a lot of my stuff too. He needs to drop enough creatures to block mine, so he needs to drop 3 more creatures at this point. Someone is casting something. Okay, he's actually digging for more stuff, so he's looking for something. It's gonna be ironic. If his answer is to look for something big, it's actually gonna backfire, but he doesn't know that. He just knows that he needs to dig for answers. It's also quite possible he doesn't get the answer that he wants. This is actually an interesting mix. White-blue has a merfolk team, has a slightly traditional, slightly all over. Okay, that's 1 blocker. So he now has 2 blockers. He needs 2 more. I'm gonna definitely keep Bishop of Binding alive. That's it, he concedes. So we're actually off to a very good start. 3 wins right off the bat. The win in the second game was really out of left field. Mistaken mulligan turned out to be a pretty interesting decision. Still will not condone it. That's actually very scary. Temptation. I guess I really just give you. Oh, so we're actually into. So we're actually in our 4th win now. Wait, so yeah, those were really fast games. I'm actually gonna pause right now. This has actually been an exciting run. So that's it for this episode of the Magic Arena Run. Hope to see you guys again next time. If you like what you see, please don't forget to like and subscribe. And we'll see how much more we can take these vampires again. Hope to see you guys again next time. Thank you very much and have a pleasant day.